Good morning, students. The last class, the two various weldings are over. Now, the next variation of arc welding. The next one is that automatic hydrogen arc welding. See that picture? Okay. Now, hydrogen act as positive screen on cooling is agent. Hydrogen act as a, in this case, hydrogen act as a positive screen on cooling agent. As this hydrogen metal are to be and these are coated, these metals are coated, but when the atoms of hydrogen recombine into molecules outside the arc, a large amount of it is liberated. A large amount of it is liberated. Okay, this extra heat is added to the intense of heat and arc, which produces about 4000 degrees centigrade. That is sufficient to melt a surface to be welded. Together with that, the filler rod is used. Hydrogen remains oxides from the surface of an workplace. This process is capable of producing uniform, smooth, and welds. Arc, in this case, arc current is required 150 amps and voltage is 300 volts. Okay. Next, inert gas arc welding. The next classification is that inert gas. In this welding, an electric arc is struck between tungsten electrode and workpiece to be welded. Filler metal may be introduced separately into the arc if required. A welding gas which carries is noisant, such as beryllium or oxygen. Oxygen is beryllium is blocked by the arc, as both beryllium and arc are chemically insert, so the molten metal is protected from the action of atmosphere by an development of an chemically reducing orient gas. See that picture. Okay. Next, advantages. Flux is not required in this case. Okay. Distortion of a work is minimum. Disadvantages. The welding employment of this the light is allows stainless steel. It allows stainless steel. Welding of non-ferrous metals such as copper, aluminum, etc. Okay. Next topic is that electric arc welding equipments. Electric arc welding equipments. What are the arc welding equipments? The first one is that electric welding power set. So what are the requirements? Electric welding power set, electrode holder to hold the electrodes, welding cable, face screen with the cloud glasses, wire brush to the clean weld, and earth clamp, protective clothing. Next, welding power sets. The welding power, which type of powers you have to use? AC power and DC power. Next, DC welding set. It must be used for this one. A DC generator drive by a prime mover electric motors, whereas rectifier converts AC to DC. Rectifier's function is that AC is converted to DC. Okay. Next, AC welding set. Commonly used AC welding sets are single phase or three phase step down transformers. Simply you have to write the classification of AC and DC. First, keep one side is AC welding, one side is DC welding. So first AC side, only transformer is required. Here this in this motor and generator sets rectifiers is required. Cost is cheap, cost is high. Heat produced not uniform, it is a uniform. Only coated electrodes should be used. Both bar and coated electrodes can be used. Power factor is low. In this case, power factor is high. Okay. Next, source of supply is AC. Source of supply is DC. Efficiency is high and efficiency is low. Okay. Next, comparison between resistance and AC welding. Keep adding resistance welding one side, AC welding. So supply is AC. Here also supply is AC and DC. Heat developed is main due to resistance. Here heat development is strictly of this arc. Next, external presence is required, not external presence is required. If it cannot be used for the repair work, it can be suitable for the maintenance work or suitable. Power consumption is low, power consumption is high, power factor is low, power factor is high. Okay, these are the classifications. And next one is that requirement of a good weld. So good weld requirements: acceleration and unaffinity action of the atmospheres can be required by employing a low voltage on between the electrodes. Such a open voltage necessary to strict an arc is 50 to 60 volts, whereas DC supply is 70 to 100 volts for AC. Okay, for arc process 50 to 60 volts DC supply, whereas AC 70 or to 100 volts DC supply is considered as a practically per welding structure work whereby shock size of the electrodes depends upon the size of the place to be welded. In order to such produce that absolute fusion of a apparent metal and electrode metal is present. Similarly, the number of three on number three of the welded done by the excess 3 current going and cutting of these loads. None of the power welding current is from is equal to K of the amps. Advantages of a coated electrodes. Coated electrodes consist of a metal core where surface is by the thick flux coating. It forms a sag over the weld which that protect from atmospheric conditions, and it speed up the welding operation by it gives value of a melting. It prevents the subting of a metal driving welding. It should be stored in any space. Okay, these are the disadvantages. Okay, still totally in our second unit two parts. Part A is that resistance welding, second one is that arc welding. So total electric welding second part. So total entire theory subject. So still now totally two units are over. Okay, I will see next on third unit. Okay, thank you.